Sure. So Sunberry Fitness is a women-only fitness center in Richmond. So we specialize in fitness classes, specifically like dance-related. So like hip-hop fitness, Zumba, like the new one is up and coming is the K-pop fitness. So that's kind of what we do.
Well, Nancy and I we met in high school actually. This is way back. So back then, we both of us actually, wanted to start a business together, and then we kind of university went to study engineering and to study finance. So it's kind of like after a couple of years, we're still talking. It's like we should still start a business together, and then we did.
I think at that time, right before we applied, we were kind of thinking about, because every single time our business has a stagnation, we kind of reach out for help. So previously we joined like, I think the YMCA had a program called Youth Means Business, so we did that one. Then we did Amber's Vancouver, I think a year before we did Lair. Then they were the one that sent us the information. So when we got it, we're like, oh, okay, this is actually nice, because we were thinking of trying to figure out some of the challenge we were facing at that time. So just like timing worked out really well. The instructors of the workshop were going to be. So what the student mentor did for us, actually, they actually took the time to understand our business. And then they were the one that tell us, okay, this next one, you have to come. And then they would actually proactively reach out to the instructor, be like, oh, check out their website, try to kind of get us like, I guess, advice from the instructors, and that was really, really helpful.
Yeah, actually the reason we applied was because the concept is like very similar to Dragon's Den. So I thought, oh, like we never actually was involved in any like a business competition. So something really interesting for us to say, like try it out. And then at the end, the presentation day was really like we learned a lot from it, because we were able to listen to other business like presentation and then like their business planning and everything. So yeah, from that perspective, we learned a lot from that too. There were a couple.
Yeah. The two that really stood out when we were just talking about it earlier, one was the online marketing. I should remember her name.
Tracy Ramsey.
Yes, Tracy, yes. Oh, exactly. So, I mean, it was really good. So, because she's done it for so long, there were questions we were just having, and then she just really just took out our website and then be like, okay, your messaging is off. And then she told us to just very minor things that made such a big difference. She told us to switch around the photos on our homepage, and like that just increased conversion by so much. So it was like really good. Yeah.
Who was the other speaker?
Did he actually?
I think that his name is Sean.
Yes,
Sean, right?
yes.
Yeah, because he was there on the last, the day the class before the actual presentation.
Yeah.
So just really walk around and then talk to us and figure out like how we should prepare the presentation.
Yes. And
yeah,
it was good because he, along with the student mentors that were there to help out that day, were challenging basically each of the business out. Okay, why are you choosing to talk about this? Why are you choosing? So that was actually really good. Yeah, just forced us to reflect and really think about what was the right thing to do at the time. They are all very proactive. We had a big group of sales students, and they really went out of their way. I think a couple of them even came out to help us like with our presentations all the way out to Richmond. So we were just in the back office like cramming around our slides, and they were like, oh, maybe you should try this like different approach, and they would try to listen to us practice and just kind of help us like overall be focused. And it was really helpful in the sense that I think it was 2 or 3 of them went through the competition the year before. So they knew what it takes to kind of like get ahead in the competition. So that was very helpful. Yeah.
So what the judges look for, so I think there was one guy that
Eddie.
Eddie.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he was on the team that of the winner from last year. So he told exactly, he's like, oh, this is the things that the judge really look for, so you should focus on this in your presentation. So yeah, that was really helpful.
Yeah, which is actually interesting because what we later learned that's exactly what bankers look for. So it basically like having gone through the program, like the competition, it helps us like in basically financing afterwards to just keep the stuff really concise. Yeah, like as mentioning earlier, like just writing better for banks in general, because before when we were writing plans for financing, it was just very much like, okay, we'll just write whatever we wanted. But then through Lion's Lair, we learned that's actually, because, well, I guess the final panel is basically all full of accountants with CAs. So they are very representative of what you would actually have at a bank. And then now we learn, basically, this is the stuff they look for. So then we basically now when we write loan applications and stuff, we basically adhere to kind of that particular experience. It's okay, bankers don't want to know about this.
Just keep it real.
Yeah, keep it real. Show them the bottom line. How is this gonna, help them pay back the loan and stuff? Yeah. Amenity improvement in marketing. So event marketing. So I think at the time we were basically the feedback we got from our customer was it'd be nice if they can have things like spare running shoes and kind of just like loan their clothes. So even if they're coming from work and they forget, then they can like just drop in and work out. So we did quite a bit of that, as well as some equipment upgrade. And we also invest in a lot of event marketing.
So our sales is like really like increasing.
Yeah.
And then we see we were able to open morning time slots. Yeah, because before that, like that was the time that morning and lunch hour, the crowd that we're able to attract. Yeah, and through Lion's Lair is really like the 6 weeks, right? 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, really pushed us to like do the work. Yeah, because every week there's a homework due. Yeah, so really forced us to push like, okay, what's the marketing? What do we need to do? The plan, everything. Yeah, to help us carry it, and we just carry it out this year.
Yeah, before Lion's Lair, we didn't have like as many new customers coming in, but now it's kind of like we are getting phone calls and just walking customers pretty much on a daily basis. So it's like a really big increase.
I'll say if there are also a small business owner like us, make sure if they want to participate in the program, hire someone who can cover them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's an unintended consequence of Lion's Lair.
So I know even in like our cohort, there were a couple of business owners. They weren't able to complete it because it's like, oh, it's too long of a commitment, too big of a commitment. Even like on the days they're not at class, there's a lot of work to do. Yeah. Yeah,
the unintended consequences was we were unsure whether we would actually attend and complete Lion's Lair. Then we just kind of discussed it when we were like, okay, we just had to hire part-time help, so we're able to do it. And we're very glad we did, because it's kind of like mentally as an entrepreneur, small business owner, you're just like, oh, I can't let go. But unless you let go and have time to work on the business rather than in the business, it just won't grow. So that it was like an unintended consequence of it. Just then we let go, and then we realized, oh, they were actually doing a better job than we were. So we're like, okay, that's actually nice. Yeah. We also are doing Futurepreneur, but that's the initial motivation was the financing, but the mentorship does help quite a lot. And also that particular program has a lot of like opportunities for you to be like connected. Earlier, another plus for Lion's Lair advice was to really take the time when you're in the program to talk to other small business owners. Because as brick and mortar like small business owners, we don't really have a place kind of like tech business, they have a place they hang out, but we don't actually. So it was kind of a unique experience because as much as tech people are also a business, they don't face the same challenge we do. So in the room, there's easily like 10, 12, 20 people that share the same struggle you're going through. So just be able to kind of talk to them, understand their business, and share like your thoughts. They're not your competitor because they're not in the same industry. So it really helps. That was really good. So we definitely recommend Lion's Lair.
It's a really good program.
You enjoy it.